All right, gang, this is a review of the WH-CH720N, another mouthful from Sony. Now, these are riding off the coattails of the WH-1000XM4s. They're 100 pounds, which is roughly half of the retail price of the best rated headphones ever. Obviously, you'd be tempted to buy this pair because it's a budget pair, but it's meant to be premium. It has a lot of the sound control features, but you can tell right away by the box, like they've done a very, very sloppy job of this. It's like a plain cardboard box. The headphones are directly placed in a little like piece of, I don't know, whatever that is, some like soft cloth. Everything else, all the accessories and stuff are just kind of thrown into the box. They look pretty good. They look actually like a premium pair of headphones. They look like they could be clones of the WH-1000XM4s, but like realistically, you can see they don't have any of the gold styling or any of the cool like metal pieces, and they're honestly a little bit clunkier too, despite being way, way lighter. They just don't feel very premium, which is totally fine, again, for the price, because we don't really care about that kind of stuff, which is nice. But I will say this right off the rip, that the packaging is indicative of kind of how quickly thrown together this product really is. First thing that happens here is that you can kind of sync this to two phones, which is one of the big selling points of this. So you can take calls if you have alternate phones, but I think that the like sloppy packaging is foreshadowing of the sound quality and kind of your experience with the app. So right off the rip, I'm going to go ahead and say this, that when I downloaded this app on both phones, basically it was like a very simple installation process. Obviously you sync it up the normal way, but it actually says, like, you get a prompt that tells you that the app is not downloaded, which doesn't make any sense because you're actually doing the syncing from the app. It's just a very slow, sloppy experience. It does have all those like, learning features, but it's a battery drainer, because it's like, as you're walking around, it's like, let's learn about your environment and this and that. And it has your location on by default instantly when you activate any of these features. So it's pretty much a no-go for anyone who has, an older phone or like a slightly older phone, or cares about, quality, or leaves their house. I'm going to go ahead and say this too. Like, this is a whole rigmarole, which a lot of people don't want to deal with. And there's a bunch of cool features probably, but we don't really care about them. We just want to know active noise canceling is on. And that you can't hear outside background noise. But the problem is, unfortunately, that right off the rip, I can hear the wind around me at all times. Like, it cups around my ears, and I have a lot of headphones. I've used a lot of different pairs of headphones, including like different Sony headphones, and none of them capture wind sound quite as well as this. Like, it feels like you're in a wind tunnel at all times. Probably a reason why these headphones are not very successful and they're not very great sellers. And you can tell by the length of me sitting here dicking around with the stupid app, like, of what's going on next. So here's the sound test.
All right, gang, you can see that the volume over here is like 700 dB. Conversation volume is about 65 dB. So this is really not that loud a street. I mean, it has wind, it has traffic, but it's not that bad. Yet, somehow, the sound canceling on this isn't exactly working. So, with this traffic.
Right, so you can see the mic quality on this is absolutely horrible, and these headphones have been marked down for a reason. They don't have sound canceling when you're talking. They don't have sound canceling when you're, outside. They don't really do any of the things that they're meant to do. So at a certain point, you can just get basically any budget pair of cheapo headphones. And yeah, that's what I would actually recommend that you do. So if you're so inclined, I would go out, return these. If you've bought them already, send them back. If you're considering buying them, just don't do it. Get any other pair. I'll start to look for other pairs and kind of drop them on here. But yeah, that's my quick review.